What's happened with this disconnect is both men and women have lost. For many, many cultures, just getting it on, in fact, in the third world, there's still this idea if the man gets his orgasm, that's all we need. But many men feel the loss of having a mate that really, truly enjoys them. And yet they've tried. Our culture has had all these how-to books and all this, you must enjoy sex. I mean, this is what the churches are doing now. Yes, sex is good. Now enjoy it because you're married. And I'm seeing a couple I just saw this morning. They had that Catholic prerogative. Okay, now you're married. And voila, all of a sudden, all the restrictions are off and you're supposed to enjoy it. But the body has been repressed. So the loss is enormous because for me, the most important part of our sexuality is our connection with spirit. And it is a very spiritual experience, even if it's just a pleasurable, wonderful time. But for some couples, they can take it much more into the heart level and into transcendent experiences. So to me, the loss is enormous. I want to encourage women to really allow themselves to go through the process. It's a journey to reclaim their sexuality, to reclaim their yonis. And my whole purpose in the book I wrote is about helping women see that it's worth going on this journey. Sex isn't about what you do with somebody else. It isn't something you give to somebody. It isn't something that you do to make sure the other person is happy, which is all the reasons that many women approach sex. This is something for you. And there are ways that I help women find that energy in their bodies without the I've got to perform for somebody else thing going on. So I think we're in a powerful renewal time, quite frankly. Okay, now we have to teach everybody how to have orgasms. Women need to, come on, buck up now. You got to have orgasms. And then we had to have all these cookbooks about how to produce orgasms, which became the male's job, which is a kind of ridiculous thought, but it's still alive and well. And then the idea of bigger and better orgasms. So we have the ESO. Let's watch a movie where somebody has an orgasm for 2 hours. I remember going, do you want to watch that movie? Somebody asked me that. I go, why? Anyway, so it's become this huge freak show around who can do it better. Can women ejaculate, which is fine if they do naturally, but now we make it another performance. You're not really fully realized unless you ejaculate. I'm thinking, we're all stuck in this performance thing. We're bigger and better or more longer or more often is all what this is about. And what has been lost is a sense of just pleasure, just being in the moment, being in the truth of what you want to have happen at that moment. You're not pleasing, you're not servicing somebody else, and allowing something to emerge, and also being able to be in different places. The difference in males and females, if we just go with the gender thing, is that the arousal timing is much faster. The testosterone effect is very much, moves very quickly to wanting to orgasm. And all of the ancient, more esoteric teachings, sexual teachings, have to do with allowing the male to kind of hold off or get behind his arousal curve and be able to let things build and allow his partner to build her energy too. That's all about pleasuring, again, not about performance. So if guys go, okay, now I have to learn to hold my ejaculation, then you've got another performance problem. There's many, many solutions. I always tell people there's this huge, wonderful room of possibilities and just great jewels and great opportunities. And if you get away from this, sex has to go in a certain way and we have to end with orgasms, or at least the guy's orgasm, it usually stops it. We're all lost, So I have to bring people back to this real basic concept of pleasure and how to give pleasure and how to receive it. There's often imbalances in one or the other. So that's where I see it going. That's my hope for the future, is that if I and others can teach this pleasure model, the pleasure paradigm, which takes a lot of grounding, because people say, oh, pleasure, I'm all about that. And what they're thinking is the oxytocin release of an orgasm. I thought, well, that's impressive, but that's not pleasuring. So you have a lot of work to do around allowing people, men and women, to just allow pleasure to emerge and to be there and be in connection with each other and be able to speak the truth about what you want to have happen at that moment. Now, often women need to slow it down and men are kind of in a hurry, so you're going to have to work with that dance.